So from Tesla's autopilot to your home assistant, so with your Google or Echo assistant, or even going through TikTok's algorithm, AI is becoming increasingly present in our daily lives. As an online business owner, there are many ways to benefit from the power of AI. Actually, most of the marketing platforms we find ourselves using are powered by AI in some way, shape, or form. Over the past 2 months, I've been using this tool called Jasper.ai, formerly known as jarvis.ai, to help me create some copy. In this week's video, I'll be sharing my honest opinion and review of Jasper.ai, share some of the pros and cons of the platform, and share my point of view as a marketing agency owner as the use of that platform and how can you actually make the most out of it. My name is Justin and I'm the founder of Wizo Media, an e-commerce marketing agency specializing in elevating thriving brands by simplifying e-commerce growth. Before we get started, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, as well as turn on post notifications to be one of the first to know about these cutting-edge e-commerce marketing tips posted on the channel every week. So Jasper.ai, very simple. Jasper.ai is actually the website URL. So once you tap that, you should be landing on that page right here. So looking at that, you can see that they just very recently changed the name from Jarvis to Jasper. Some of the assets are actually still saying Jarvis. Apparently they got sued or something like that by Disney because, as we know, Jarvis is the AI in Iron Man. So nonetheless, they had to change name, but still a very great platform overall. So once you're logged in to the platform, actually there are many different plans that you can use. We're currently using the boss mode plan. If you go to the subscriptions, you can see that there are different plans. There's the starter at $29 and the boss mode because, well, that one gives you more words to generate. Basically, you can look back to some other contents. There's more users that you can have. Actually, no, that's the same thing, but it was mainly the document editor and the long form copywriting that was interesting for us in the boss mode plan. So first bomb that I'm about to drop with Jasper.ai is the following. So we have clients in very different markets. We have clients in the Canadian, clients in the US market, clients in the UK market, and clients in the French Canadian market. So Jasper advertises itself as a platform that allows you to write in many different languages, though only the English language from our experience is very good with this platform. If you're trying to use it to write copy in other languages, as we were trying to do in French, it definitely is not good for that yet. So when writing copy actually in another language, let me take an example here of a Facebook ad primary text. So if I just click on that, I could actually have a translation done with the input that I basically put to Jarvis. So I give Jarvis, as an example, instructions in English, and it outputs a text in French. As you can see, it's still in beta mode, so it's understandable that it's not the best yet, though we find it working very well in English, I would say 90% of the time, but in other languages, the syntax is a little off. The words used, are not necessarily the best. So it can give us a general idea of the copy we need to write, but very not the sort of all-around platform you may be looking for. So using Jarvis, there are many things you can do. The main thing, actually, the most interesting part of that platform, I keep saying Jarvis, but using Jasper actually, is the templates. So there are many different templates you may use with this platform. So there's the long form assistant, the ADA framework, the PASS framework, there's the Facebook ad headline, the primary text. So where I'm gonna focus most of my time today is gonna be in the Facebook ads part of things, because that's what we do the most and that's what we've used it the most for. So this right here, I've also myself used these three a lot. So the long form assistant, the ADA framework, and the PASS framework, I've tried to use it for emails and tried to also use it for social media posts. But I'll get back to that and see, how good it really is. So in terms of ease of use, the platform is great for that. The UI is good. And as you can see here, if I'm just gonna click on the Facebook ad primary text, it's very easy to understand. So as you can see right here, company and product name, MRL, perfect. So that is the product name that we wanna advertise. Here, the product description would be, take care of your body and your body will take care of you. Complete your MRL order, your body will thank you. So something very simple, right? Tone of voice, then you can pretty much put what tone of voice you want. There are many different things that you can put within that entry right here. So as you can see, it gives you examples, witty, friendly, angry, polite, professional, etc. But you can also put some personalities online. So you could put Oprah, you could put Russell Brunson. So you could have the tone of many different, personalities online and try to use their tone to generate some copy. Basically, this is the copy for UK-based clients. So the input is English, the output is English but British. So basically to make sure that we match the tone of the client. So if I'm going right here, I can choose how many outputs I want based on the description that I'm giving Jarvis. I'm just gonna put one for the sake of it. So I'm gonna generate one AI, copy right here. Looking for a better you, MRL can help. We offer the best in fitness and nutrition products to help you take care of your body and improve your life. With MRL, you'll have everything you need to get started on the path to a better you. Why not try us today? Complete your order and see the results for yourself. So that essentially is, pretty good actually. That's all AI-based copy. We gave it some description, it just outputs copy like that. Now, thing is with that brand, it's a skincare brand. So if looking at this right here, would that be the best copy for them? Probably not. Needs a little tweaking. Best in fitness and nutrition, maybe not. You would have to tweak that a little differently, but still, nonetheless, is definitely a good start. I have to show you something a little different. If I just put it right here as Oprah, so if I put the tone of voice as Oprah right here and generate some content, it can also match the tone of voice of Oprah apparently. So as you can see right here, there are two things we're gonna have to dissect and talk about, but basically that is apparently in Oprah Winfrey's tone. So do you want to feel better? We've all heard that we should eat healthier and exercise more, but it can be hard to find a motivation. That's why we created MRL, subscription service that delivers vitamins. So as you can see right here, thing is, and it's very good in some cases, some doesn't work as well. So with Jasper, depending on the product or company name that you enter, it is going to search the web and try to pull that product for you and try to get some description out of that. So as you can see right here, MRL take care of me. They're basically giving you a URL here of the product, which is actually not the brand that we're trying to advertise for. So here, it's obviously pulling a wrong description and a wrong URL. Still a good try. Honestly, I would say with most of our brands, when we actually input, MRL is very broad, but if we put it actually for most of our brands and actually put some more details into the description or the product name, it is pretty damn good. But Jarvis will be able to pull the URL of the product we're actually talking about here and actually pull some very true to life benefits of that product. Most of the time, the main use we're gonna make out of Jasper is inspiration. So it's very rare. I'd say I don't think there's been one time where we've taken straight, the full text that Jarvis or Jasper actually outputted for us. It very rarely happened. Actually, I don't think it ever happened. So sometimes we'll take parts of the text. So by the way, here as an example, we could take the "you want to feel better." That could be something that we actually use. We could take the first sentence, we could take the last part, or we could take the full thing, but just modify some of the words. That's usually what we'll end up doing. So that serves as inspiration. So basically it erases the, looking at a blank page and not knowing where to start. You always have initial inspiration and initial sort of kickoff, with Jasper. So it gives you this initial boost of what you need to know, to write your copy, but it's not complete as of yet. And again, those are all personal opinions and what, the conclusions I've made and that we've made with that platform. I'm saying that because I'm mainly using some of the frameworks that I'm about to show you right now. Our team is using, Facebook ad primary text, the headlines, same thing for Google. So they've been using a little bit and I've been hearing some feedback about that. Tried it myself and honestly, had pretty much the same opinions. I can tell you right here, it's good overall, but there are little tweaks you have to make with the text that it gives you most of the time. Now, you've seen earlier that you have a maximum amount of words that you can output every month with this platform. So as you can see right here, I've just used, some of these words. And as an example, I'm not gonna use either or of these copies right here. They're not really of any use to me. So what I could do, let's say, assuming both of these are actually, not the best for this specific product, I could click poor completion. Same thing with this one right here. And basically it would actually refund you credits if you do it, pretty fast. As you can see right now from the message that popped up on screen, it's not giving me any credits back, but if it just outputted something here and you automatically give it a thumbs down, it'll refund you the credits that you used to output this specific text part, which is very great. Now, something that I like to use is the Aider or the Pass framework. So long form assistant, tried it, not the best again. It gives you a general framework for your article, but it's very hard to have it write a full article. actually you have to have a lot of patience and really be able to sort of teach the AI what you want it to do, because as you saw earlier, there are a thumbs up and thumbs down buttons. So when you press the thumbs up, it'll actually teach you like, all right, you did a good job with that one. So it'll try, and do better the next time. That's basically what you need to do. You need to train it a little to be used to what you want it to output for you. But what I find to be very great for emails, articles, social media posts is the past framework. So as you can see right here, what I could input is, the company or product name. In this case, Wizo Media. Product description, grow an e-commerce brand, break old habits, business problems are personal problems. That's something I could write about in an article. But let's say right here, all I want to do is click grow an e-commerce brand. So the tone of voice is going to be friendly, and let me just output 2 actually for the sake of that video. So once I do that, what it's going to give me is actually 3 parts. So problem, agitate, solution. So looking at that right here, problem, you've got an amazing e-commerce store with great products, but you're not seeing the growth you expected. Okay, pretty fair problem. Agitate, it's tough to break through the noise online and get your e-commerce brand seen by the right people. You're up against big brands with huge marketing budgets. Still very good. And then solution, Wizo Media can help. We're a full service digital marketing agency that helps, specialize in small and medium sized businesses grow their e-commerce brands. So, all right, pause for a second right here. Problem, agitate, great. Solution, it's not entirely what we do. Obviously right now it's trying to pull some information from online about what we do in general. So right now, we're experts in SEO, and it's not entirely true, but I think you get the gist of it. That I could actually use that in an email or in a social media post, right? These two flow very well together. You've got an e-commerce store with great products, you're not seeing the growth, it's tough to break. Those you can see, it sounds salesy, it sounds a little bit, marketing like, so I would have to change it just a little bit, but again, the overall framework is very great. Now, there's another section in Jasper that we haven't very utilized yet. I know some people that take a lot of benefit from that page right here. So recipes, which it's basically sort of pre-built workflows, as it said right here, that you give Jasper, commands, and they help you create a repeatable process. So that could be done for if you're always creating some similar content, but you want to have, iterations of that, could be very great. So as you can see right here, this recipe is for Facebook ads. So you could have, a Facebook ad recipe that over and over and over for that same client, you just have your parameters set, and then it would just repeat the process. So we haven't really utilized that yet, but I've heard some great things. And they offer, as you can see right here, a lot of sort of presets, recipes, but you can create your own and have Jasper again be customized to the approach that you take with copyright. And then looking at that for the e-commerce section, it actually has some very great tools for you to use. So feature to benefit is great. Product description is also a great one. Amazon, product features. I would say most of these right here are pretty good, because what ends up happening with Jarvis is that a lot of the time, some of the copy that it outputs sounds a little bit, robotic. It sounds a little bit like a description. So basically, this is great for all of these things right here. Talking about descriptions, feature to benefits, talking about anything that is static text on your website. Jasper can be a very good tool for you. So this is definitely a great thing that I would say most of the time the content that it outputs is actually pretty great. There's not a lot of modifications you would need to do, as opposed to ads, where ads sometimes need to feel a little more personalized with the approach you take with copywriting. To summarize what we think and what we use Jasper for, so essentially what we do with Jasper, we use the platform for inspiration mainly. So we use that for Facebook ads copy. I would say it's very great for Facebook ads copy in English. So anywhere in the world you may be, English copy done with Jasper is very good. There are very slight modifications you need to do. Sometimes the tone of voice, or sometimes some of the words, may be out of context, but overall, it's very great for English copy. Other languages though, so I cannot speak for every language in the book, but for French at least, which is what we've tried more than once, it definitely isn't great. It's still in beta mode again, but it's not there quite yet. So it's a very great tool for English, not so much for French, or what I could assume, other languages. And then you can take the text that it gives you and then modify that to your liking, and from there create a very complete solution. So you don't ever have to look at a blank page again. It is very good for inspiration. It gives you, this initial boost of, all right, I need to know what to write. I input commands into Jasper. It outputs me something that makes a lot of sense. And from there, I can actually write, some pretty compelling copy. So it's a very great assistant. as it says, it's a copywriting assistant mainly, so it helps, it assists you in the process of copywriting. So it's very great for that. Saves us a ton of time when it comes to copywriting. But again, you cannot leave it alone just as of now. Now, if you're an e-commerce business or brand owner making at least $20,000 to $30,000 a month with your brand, I invite you to click on the first link in the description down below and book in a very short 15-minute demo call with our team. On that call, what you can expect is we're gonna go over your business, get into details and see where you're at right now, where you wanna go. In best case scenario, we end up partnering together and grow your business through paid ads. And worst comes to worst, we'll leave you with some actionable insights for you to apply. So on that note, make sure you check out other videos on the channel for some more e-commerce marketing tips, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.